This one's called Justice is Not Vengeance. So after yesterday's video, I had some people who said that they were Christians, saying that you basically what I'm calling for is vengeance. You know, you should let people off who've complied with the human rights abuses that took place during the last, I don't know, whatever it is, since March 2020, because you know, according to them, it's justice is vengeance, and you should just leave it up to God to bring justice to these people. And what I'm going to do now is just give a counterpoint to that viewpoint. Right. The first thing is that yeah, I agree that no one gets away with anything in this life, let alone the hereafter. You know, that God will judge these people that committed these human rights abuses. But I don't think that means that they shouldn't be any that we should abolish the police. We should abolish laws. We should abolish courts, trial by jury, etc. And we should just have a free for all down here, because we don't need to worry, because God will give His justice. We man-made justice is vengeance. You know, and I disagree with this argument fundamentally. So, you know, unlike these people, I don't think it's a great idea to abolish the police, to abolish law and order. You know, people that murder other people, I don't think we should turn a blind eye to that. I don't know the part in the Bible where it's a good Samaritan, isn't it? You know, walking by on the other side of the road, pretending that they didn't see stuff. We shouldn't do that. If somebody has physically harmed or killed somebody else, or damaged their property. John Stuart Mill, a Scottish philosopher in the 18th century, he kind of wrote about that. He called it the harm principle, that anybody that physically harms somebody else's property or physically harms them as you know, personally, that's grounds for the government to intervene and to take these people to court, and the victims should be able to gain some sort of recompense. You know, the other thing that I would say, you know, is that if you have a society where you abolish the police, you abolish law and order, and you just let people get away with murder, extortion, coerced medical treatments, you know, going along with the Soviet Union nonsense, then people respond to incentives and they'll just do it again. So yes, I agree that God will you know, meet His justice on these people, but I don't think God expects us just to let murderers and you know, willing accomplices to murder and extortion and people that destroyed other people's businesses to get away with it here, because if they do, other people will notice that, and it will increase the incentive for people to do things that they just shouldn't do. So, you know, for me, I'm not like a complete anarchist that believes that we should have no government, no law and order. You know, for me, that is something that the state, that's the only role of the state actually, is to enforce private property rights and to try to disincentivize one group of people trying to murder another group of people, because evil does exist, and we need to give incentives to these people to not, you know, take filthy money and do stuff that they shouldn't do. So, you know, that's why I'm against giving people a free pass here. It's not that I don't believe that God will mete out His justice on these people, because I do believe that, but I think it's wrong for us to just let these people just get away with it here. And you can call that vengeance if you want, but it's not vengeance. It's just justice, and it's sending out a powerful incentive for other people in other situations not to do the same thing again, not to comply with acts of evil that result in people being physically damaged or killed, or just their physical property being damaged or taken from them, which definitely was the case with many private businesses. Or just to have young children having their lives wrecked by enforced slave muzzle wearing. This isn't something that we should tolerate, and this isn't about vengeance, as I keep on saying. This is just about justice. For people that say, oh, I want vengeance, I don't. What my question to you is, would you abolish the police? Would you abolish law courts? Would you abolish trial by jury? Would you abolish prisons? Do you want to live in a society where nothing is done to people that commit harm on other people? Because, for me, that isn't for me. And I don't think that runs against me being a Christian. I think quite the opposite. I don't think God would like us to turn the blind eye to acts of evil. And the other thing as well is that if people who have done terrible things are put in prison for a very long time, it also prevents those people from doing it again. Whilst they're in prison, they're out of circulation. And as I say, the other big point again is about incentives. Other people can see what happened. So, maybe if we look back to what happened after World War II, the people that collaborated, with the little German moustache bloke, the people that collaborated with his agenda, including people in Vichy France who went along with stuff that they shouldn't have gone along with. Those people should have gone to jail for a very, very long time. And maybe the situation that we've had in March 2020, maybe that wouldn't have happened. There needs to be there was this, I think it came out at Nuremberg, wasn't it, that the line of I was just following orders wasn't deemed to be an adequate excuse. If you committed crimes against humanity, you're responsible for that. And I would agree that society needs to punish those people. If you, as I keep on saying, if you physically kill or harm, maim other human beings, or you trash private businesses, there should be some comeback here on earth. We should do something about that rather than turning a blind eye to it. So yeah, that's all I want to say today. It's about 18 degrees, so it's quite warm for mid-April in Finland. So it's lovely. God bless.